Hi, all. I also want to thank Sarah. I want to thank Lisa, if she's out there, the LPR team for making this possible. We appreciate what you guys do. If it's okay, I'm just going to read two scenes that I think best captures the story. It is written in the second person. The narrator is Annie. She's a high school teacher. Today, Dad calls to say Mom was in a car accident, so you're ready for the 200-mile drive to the Presbyterian Hospital in Pittsburgh. Her jawline is ruined. She lost 5 teeth. She'll be in surgery all day, so you make chicken soup and mash the softened carrots with a fork. Strain the meat for your father. Somehow, you can find no suitable container other than an iced tea pitcher with a spigot at the bottom and a cork plug on top. Check the fridge and grab the free turkey you got for Thanksgiving. Feel guilty relief at having a use for it now. Dad says the other driver was speeding, too fast to stop, and there was an eyewitness, a neighbor out with her dog, who's complained repeatedly to the municipality about the danger of the intersection. But when you push, you learn the insurance companies find your mother at fault. It was a bright morning with perfect visibility. She was at a stop sign. He had the right of way, and she pulled out onto that country highway and was T-boned, breaking her foot, her pelvis, her wrist. She weighs 100 pounds at age 72, and throughout the drive, you can't shake the image of her in the fetal position, curled behind the wheel amidst the broken glass and plastic like Etruscan remains. As Dad gives you raveled directions over the car speaker into the city and through construction, check the GPS to make sure you're still en route. The ICU is on the third floor, and the wide, humming hallways remind you of school, leave you reaching for the lanyard and ID badge left behind on the other side of the state. The sun has long since dipped, and visiting hours are nearly spent, but still you expected more people. Only a few orderlies perch on stools in front of standing desks. Everything is on rollers, ready to be mobilized. The dim light, accompanied by the reds and greens of monitors and medical equipment, reminds you of Christmas. Inside, Dad folds you into a hug and asks about the traffic. But you can't keep your eyes off Mom, her foot in a padded cast, her wrist wrapped in hard plastic. You know she is still coming off the anesthesia, but you can't shake the feeling something's wrong there in the widening gyre behind the eyes. Dad shows you the x-ray of the pins they inserted in her foot, the 8-inch steel rod to cinch her pelvis back together. One look at her twisted mouth tells you the chicken soup was misguided, but she says not to heat it and valiantly tries a spoonful of broth and says it's good. She complains about her cast itching and asks Dad if she can take it off. Throughout the visit, she picks at it like a dog with stitches. Warn her if she doesn't behave, they'll put her in a cone of shame. At 10 o'clock, an orderly informs you visiting hours are over. Dad tells you Route 30 is a mess and to just follow him the back way to the house. You wait until he corners out of the parking garage, light a cigarette, and turn on the GPS. He is waiting for you in the drive, says he needs to go back to the hospital. Mom won't take the morphine pill and won't calm down. And then the second scene a little bit later. Am I okay with time? In the morning, you roast the turkey, carve out a breast, and use the rest for turkey salad, which you leave in the fridge so Dad has something to eat for the week. Smoke as many cigarettes as you can on the drive back to the hospital. Turns out your mother is a terrible patient. She has already taken off the soft cast and twice tried to get out of bed. She still refuses the morphine pills out of fear for becoming addicted and complains of the Ensure they keep putting in front of her. When you check with the orderly to see how Mom's been, she gives you a smile that tells you things haven't been all kittens and goldenrod. She asks, "Who's Rosie? Your mother was asking for her all night." Call over to Dad. "We finally have proof she loves the dog more than you." Throughout the afternoon, greet family friends and develop a script about the accident, about the operations, the recovery. Revise, tinker around the edges to get the details just right. Probe Mom's memory. Remember when you would play hooky when your grades for the marking period were locked up? How the two of you would go shopping at the outlets in Monroeville? She smiles and nods. "I remember." You are not convinced. Her mind sinks with the winter sun, and the old Yeats poem comes back to you. The falcon cannot hear the falconer. As a child, you were never afraid of the dark, reveled in Halloween nights, and delighted in the gloomy pages of fairy tales. But now, for the first time, you feel the true fear of being lost in the woods. The shadows of the hospital chairs stretch like black cats, and the electric lights of the city take over as you whisper, "Hold it together, Mom." You finally meet the doctor who assures you the surgeries have gone well. Ask if she was given a CT scan. "There was a spot," he says, "but it's receding, perfectly consistent with the head trauma she received." When needed, take a walk out to the parking garage and sneak a cigarette. Dad has given no signs he's on to you. You wash your hands, chew mint gum, change into the freshly laundered shirt stowed in the trunk of your car. Of course, he may have other things on his mind. Decide you don't want to die of dementia. Wonder if that's what led to the accident. Whether she was confused, panicked, if the sun shone too brightly that blue November morning. Wonder how long she sat at the stop sign before pulling out to be smashed by an oncoming truck. The women in your family have been prone to dementia, to losing their minds, as it were. Blame the husbands. Also in your family history, smoking, alcoholism, suicide. Yours are a broken people, born incomplete with some essential gap in the double helix needing filled. Decide you don't want to die from smoking. You don't need to die heroically, your life celebrated, but don't let your death be a cliche, a statistic. Dad has had his health scares too. Most recently an enlarged prostate that had to be shaved with a laser like a ham at the deli counter. See the surgeon in plastic gloves laying out tender slices on a stainless steel platter in the operating room. Decide that prostate is the way to go, and rue that even in death, men have it easier. You will nourish your prostrate, grow it fat as any man's. Thank you.